Alrighty. AI. AI is everywhere these days. In the news, in your phone, on your laptop, everywhere. Microsoft's putting AI into every orifice of their operating system. Google's putting AI, plastering it all over every service that they offer. Meta is putting it in everything that they offer, making more of their platform more and more AI slop every single day. And ChatGPT has even wormed its way into Apple's protected walled garden. That's right, even Apple has succumbed to the AI fever because they couldn't do it themselves. There's one thing that we know about all these companies, right? They are data hungry, money hungry, and they make a lot of money off of your data. Everything you give them, they make a ton of money out of it. Even Apple users are not safe. They may not sell it to third parties, although that's questionable, but Apple does use a lot of iPhone users' data, Mac users' data to just sell their own advertising. So there is no concept of privacy when it comes to AI and these major corporations. So how can you have private AI for yourself? You still want to use you still want to be able to use the latest features, the latest technology. The models are quite handy. They have all this information, billions of parameters condensed into a tiny form, tiny model that you can just query, talk to it. Well, you can on Linux and with open source. Stay tuned. I personally use Fedora Linux, so I'm going to be using that for all the demonstration here, but I'll show you how you can run the latest open source AI models on Linux with GPU acceleration, fast answers that is completely private. Even though I'm going to be using Fedora Linux, these steps should be reproducible on all of the other distros. The steps should just be general enough. On to step 1. Download and install your GPU drivers if you need them. And you do need them if you're on NVIDIA. Go look at how your distro packages it, but for Fedora, you just hop onto your local software store and download the NVIDIA drivers themselves for your cards, and you should be good to go. You do have to enable repositories and stuff. I do talk about that in a little bit more detail with a small demo in one of my previous videos that you can find right up here. You also need CUDA for your NVIDIA drivers, by the way. If you're on AMD, you're mostly good to go when it comes to your GPU drivers. You just need to install the compute software stack called ROCm. Also available, also talk about that in one of my previous videos. It's the same one I liked before. Installing ROCm on Fedora is just a command away. Your mileage may vary depending on your distro, so take a look at your distro's documentation, see if they provide a package for ROCm. And then you can go ROCm Sock'em Robots and do some compute on your AMD GPU. Next, step 2, download and install Ollama. Ollama is a utility that allows you to download, update, and run all of these open source AI models on your computer itself. Don't worry if you don't have a beefy GPU like all of these corporations. They are burning money on thousands and thousands of dollars worth of GPUs and then, just fielding some thank you queries. Sam Altman recently said that thank yous are really ruining their day. So don't say thank you to ChatGPT if you're using it. But yeah, even if you don't have a beefy GPU, it should be fine. I ran a few models on my laptop that has a mobile GPU with 4 gigabytes of VRAM. Obviously, more VRAM is going to be more better, but you can still run some models, smaller models, on 4 gigabytes of VRAM. On my desktop, 12 gigabytes of VRAM, I can run a little bit larger models, so no problem. Ollama provides a way for you to manage the models that you install. So everything from Meta's open source model called Llama to Mistral to DeepSeek R1. Ollama will help you download those models and run them on your machine. Fedora packages Ollama itself in its repositories, so it is just this command and you have Ollama installed. It's a little bit of an older version, so your mileage will vary on which models you can run. There is an update coming. I saw in the packaging system that they are upgrading to the latest version, but it might take some time to arrive. As of recording, it's not here yet. It's still an older version, so some models don't run properly, but most models will be fine. If you're on a different distribution, your mileage may vary. You can still install Ollama from their website. They provide a way to provide a script, Ollama, on their website. They provide a script for you to install the stuff very easily. On to step 3. For step 3, download and install Alpaca. Full credit to Jeffrey Samuel Eduarte Rojas. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, for this great app. This is essentially a chat interface in front of Ollama that allows you to run a lot of these models and just makes running a lot of these models super easy. It's very intuitive. There are other chat interfaces, web-based chat interfaces that you could use. This is just a nice and clean native application that allows you to just run any model that you want. And it has a bunch of different features. You can send images through it. It has a built-in web browser. There is a model browser that you can use to filter out certain tools if you want. There is built-in Ollama instance, so you don't have to download Ollama separately if you can't. There are some limitations with that built-in instance. Sometimes it does not properly detect your GPU, so try it out. If it does detect your GPU, then you're good to go. You can use the built-in instance. You can also use Alpaca to do some voice chats with your models, and it has some built-in tools like web search. Overall, it is a great application. There are some crashes here and there, but that's par for the course for software. But it's a great application to use just to have a native chat interface to just talk to your models. Step 4. Step 5. Privacy. Yes. It may not be super fast. It may not be as responsive as the models that you get from the big companies, the chat interfaces that you get from the big companies. ChatGPT, Gemini, all of those respond super fast. But of course, like I said, they're burning money to be able to do that for you guys. And, you know, Google especially is just like all in on this stuff. But what you do get is all of these latest models and privacy. You can run them all offline on your computer, whatever computer you have, and you get all of those benefits of billions of parameters. And it's not just about chatting. You can do a lot more with these local models as well. You can have AI agents that are working for you. Maybe you can integrate them with N8N if you want, future video, possibly. You can have coding assistants if you want, again, another future videos, separate maybe. Or just have somebody to talk to when you're feeling lonely. But anyway, that's it for this video. Leave your ideas in the comments about what you do with your local AI models. And also leave a like if you liked the video, dislike if you didn't. And a subscription is always helpful. See you.